Hey, glad to have you with me today. This is Lars Anderson, and some of you have been asking about web hosting lately, and there are questions on whether you really need to be paying for it, because there are free options. And I'd like to cover some of those. I have my opinion, both good and bad, and so let's begin. First of all, on free, I happen to have a Blogger free site, a Weebly free site, and a WordPress.com free site. Now, I have used Blogger for special projects. By that I mean, if I want to sell a pickup truck, I don't necessarily want to post that on my own site. I'll go over and put it on Blogger, and I can use that on my signs, or I can redirect some things. I have used Weebly. Weebly's good. And WordPress.com, I have a site there, but I've never really used it. But it is available, and they also have a paid option that you can move up to, as well as Weebly has a paid option. Okay, but right now let's talk about paid options and why I use them. Right now I'm on HostGator. And HostGator has been the most consistent for me through the years. I've had a lot of web hosts. I've tried a lot of them. And HostGator, I don't necessarily think it's the best thing in the world, but it's the best thing I can find right now. I am continually exploring. And at HostGator, they have the baby plan, which is something that most beginners start with. That gives you unlimited domains, and in theory, you don't ever get that because they just can't. They can't support unlimited domains, but you can get a good number of them on that baby account, and that's a real plus. I happen to have a reseller account, which means it's about the same thing, except every domain I have has its own cPanel. Don't want to get into that today, but there are some advantages, and someday I may want to resell web hosting. I've thought about it for some of my clients. It'd be nice if I rented a site or sold them a site, because I could easily manage it. Okay, next thing is Weebly. I've tried. I might look into Weebly. I like a lot of the things that Weebly has in their paid account, and I'm going to try that one of these days. I'm also taking a look at A2 hosting. I've heard a lot of good comments about A2 hosting. It looks interesting. I don't know if I'll try it right away, but I'm going to definitely keep that in my reference file. Now, WP Gateway. It's kind of a complex system. It's a wonderful management tool if you need it. And right now, I tried it. I don't need it, and it's expensive, so I've reduced myself back to what they call a free one domain deal. If you want to try it, you're welcome to. And overall, it's good, but it kind of confused me. So the next thing is I have tried D9 hosting. And I was pretty satisfied with it. At the time, it was kind of pricey, and I had another account, so I gave it up. But it's an English firm, and if you're over in Europe, you may want to use them. Like all their hosting I see anyway, you pay in pounds, not dollars. And again, that confuses me a little bit. And the other thing is Bluehost. The best thing I got to say about Bluehost is they suck. The reason I believe that is that they cut me off one time because I had a script running for redirects, and they just simply shut me down. They didn't send me any notice. They just shut all my domains down. And I don't like that. And I don't like them. Enough said. Okay, now, so what's better? Well, free is bad in that they can take it all away. They could. It's their hosting. You're using their domain, not your own domain. Looks less professional. They have their ads running on it. They have their branding on it, and their URLs are weird now. Like Weebly's free hosting, you're going to get your chosen name. Like let's see, what have I got over there? Findable Business Weebly.com. It's okay, but it don't look very professional to me. And a little story here. One time, back around 2000, I think it was, I had signed up for a free account with a firm that is no longer in business, but what they did, they had free accounts. And so I used the free account, and actually I got it set up, and I was ranking number 7 in motivation. And that's a wonderful niche. And I was probably making $250, $300 a month off that one website. And then all of a sudden, they didn't want to supply free hosting. You had to buy a very expensive hosting plan, and I gave up my hosting. I probably should have kept it, but when people change their mind on me, my reaction is to get away from them just as fast as I can. And that's what I did. Cost me some money, but I avoid that now because I have paid hosting. Okay. The good things about are there's no cost. You can get started, and sometimes it's necessary. But remember, you're trying to build maybe a multi-million-dollar business, and you're going to try and do it for free. It's not going to happen, Baba. You're going to have to pay up. Besides, when you get a paid account, you have your own domain name or domain names. You can run WordPress, which is pretty much what everybody's running right now. You can also run regular HTML. You have email accounts. You can FTP. You have a cPanel. There are just a lot of advantages, and the main thing is it's mine. I paid for it as long as I keep making payments monthly, or in some cases I buy an annual plan. Now all these hosting plans is so much a month, or the price down changes if you pay 3 months in advance, if you pay 6 months in advance, if you pay 1 year in advance, and in my opinion, I wouldn't even bother getting hosting if I didn't think I was going to be there a year from now. So sometimes it's to your advantage to come up with the money for an annual payment, and you get much, much better breaks on pricing. So this concludes what I got to say about free and paid hosting. Obviously, I think paid hosting is the way to go, but I don't know your circumstances. I don't know where you're at. Maybe you're broke. If you're broke, free is good. But if you get some money, go with paid hosting. Thank you. This is Dale Lars Sanderson. See you later on.